In April 1963, Birmingham, Alabama stood as the epicenter of the civil rights struggle, a city marked by deep-seated segregation and racial injustice. Here, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., a beacon of hope and leadership, orchestrated nonviolent protests against the oppressive status quo. These actions drew criticism from local clergymen who questioned his methods. Yet this criticism highlighted the movement's urgency. Birmingham was not just another city, it symbolized the broader battle for equality in America. Dr. King's presence was a strategic move to confront systemic racism. As tensions rose, so did the resolve for change. This set the stage for a pivotal moment, a moment that would challenge the city's conscience and ignite a national dialogue on civil rights. Against this backdrop, Dr. King's powerful words from Birmingham Jail would resonate, echoing the call for justice globally. As we delve into this chapter, we begin to understand the gravity of the struggle and the unwavering spirit of those who dared to dream of a better future. In the cold confines of a Birmingham jail, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. found himself at a pivotal moment in the civil rights movement. Arrested for his role in nonviolent protests against segregation, he faced criticism from local clergymen who questioned his methods. Undeterred, Dr. King used this confinement to craft a powerful response, a letter resonating far beyond the prison walls. Addressing his critics and a broader audience, he articulated the urgent need for civil rights and the moral imperative to act against injustice. His words were not just a defense, but a clarion call for immediate change, emphasizing that waiting for a more convenient season was no longer an option. The letter urged all who read it to recognize the fierce urgency of now, compelling individuals across the nation to reflect on their roles in the fight for equality. Dr. King's letter became a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of words to inspire action and ignite a movement. In his letter from Birmingham Jail, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. delivers a resounding message about justice and moral responsibility. At its core is the distinction between just and unjust laws. Dr. King argues that individuals have a moral duty to disobey unjust laws, challenging the status quo of inequality and oppression. He underscores that an unjust law is no law at all, echoing St. Augustine, and calls upon everyone to act according to their conscience. Dr. King also emphasizes the urgency of immediate action, warning against waiting for a more convenient season to demand civil rights, insisting that justice too long delayed is justice denied. His letter serves as a call for nonviolent protest, advocating peaceful resistance as an effective means for social change. Moreover, Dr. King addresses the Church's critical role in civil rights. He expresses disappointment with the white moderate and religious leaders who remain silent or neutral in the face of racial injustice. Dr. King implores the Church to rise to its moral calling, to be a beacon of hope and justice, rather than a hindrance. These messages, penned from a jail cell, resonate with enduring truth. The fight for justice requires courage, immediate action, and unwavering support from those with moral authority. Dr. King's words challenge us to reflect on our roles in the ongoing quest for equality and justice. In the heart of the civil rights movement, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham Jail emerged as a beacon of moral clarity and resolve. This letter reshaped civil rights advocacy by articulating a profound moral argument, grounding it in a universal quest for justice that transcended Birmingham. His words resonated beyond the jail's walls, influencing pivotal legislation like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965, which became cornerstones of the movement. The letter's impact rippled globally, inspiring movements for justice and equality worldwide. It became a rallying cry for those fighting oppression, a testament to nonviolent resistance and moral conviction. Dr. King's call to action urged religious communities to reflect on their roles, challenging them to rise above complacency and stand for what is right. The letter sparked a dialogue about responsibilities in the face of injustice. Dr. King's message continues to inspire, reminding us that the fight for civil rights is ongoing, and each of us has a part to play. Reflecting on the letter's legacy calls us to consider our contributions to justice, echoing Dr. King's belief that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This powerful document remains a vital touchstone in the journey towards equality and freedom for all. As we conclude our exploration of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s letter from Birmingham Jail, we are reminded of its enduring significance. This letter, penned in a cell, transcends its historical context to remain vital for understanding justice and activism today. It is not merely a response to criticisms of the time, but a profound reflection on the moral imperatives guiding actions against injustice. Dr. King's words echo through history, urging us to recognize the difference between laws that uphold justice and those perpetuating inequality. His insistence that injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere compels us to examine our roles within societal structures and consider our responsibilities in the ongoing struggle for civil rights. The letter reminds us that the fight for justice is not a relic of the past, but a continuous journey. It underscores the necessity of vigilance and action in pursuing equality, reminding us that justice too long delayed is justice denied. These words resonate with those facing oppression, calling for solidarity and support. Reflecting on Dr. King's message, we see the letter as not just a historical artifact, but a living document, relevant to today's challenges. It inspires a new generation of activists and leaders to stand firm against injustice, encouraging educators and students to delve into its lessons of nonviolent resistance and moral courage. The legacy of Letter from Birmingham Jail is evident in legislative milestones it inspired, like the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and the Voting Rights Act of 1965. These achievements remind us of the power of words to incite change and the importance of advocacy in shaping a just society. As we conclude this journey, let us carry forward the spirit of Dr. King's letter. Let it guide our actions and inform our understanding of what it means to fight for justice. Let it serve as a beacon of hope and a call to action for those committed to building a world where equality is not just an ideal, but a reality. We invite you to reflect on how you can contribute to this ongoing struggle for justice. Consider ways to stand against oppression in your communities. Remember, the fight for equality requires the courage to act, the wisdom to persist, and the compassion to unite. Together, let us honor Dr. King's legacy by continuing the work he so passionately advocated for, ensuring his dream of justice and equality lives on in our actions and hearts.